Hello and welcome to the second game with the South Korean card designs, and you are being hosted by me, Rebecca Walker.
I am Richard.
And you are Richard Walker. And so we've got Tyrell Knights of the Realm on the left, being played by myself.
Nice proxy there.
Thank you. As you can tell, we were very, very excited to buy the bin pack.
Yeah.
And on the right, Richard is playing Bara Summer.
Yes.
There you go.
No, that is the one annoying thing about the bin pack, is that 4 agendas are legal, which means you've either got to buy it for the actual card or get an alt art. No, I think Battle of Blackwater Bay did promise alt art, but that was almost 3 months away. 3 months away now, and we still haven't got the prizes.
I think they're having a little bit of difficulty with them, weren't they?
No idea. No idea.
Anyway, I mean, like, the current climate is a little bit difficult to get stuff as organised as you might like, right?
I don't know, it's just a case of posting them out, right? I think everything we've got. Anyway, negativity.
I know. What
Positivity.
Are you about the Blackwater Bay guys for? Stop hating on Blackwater Bay.
Stop perpetuating the negativity. Let's perpetuate some positivity.
Cool.
Bara Summer. Everybody loves summer.
Yeah.
That's a good setup. Korean flanked by his little Dragonstone faithful buddies and a king gate. Good for me.
Seems good. I've got a duped Knight of Flowers with an Arbor Knight and a Gates of the Moon down the bottom there.
Not bad. Not ideal, but not bad.
It's acceptable.
Not perfect, but not bad.
You trying to say that your one's perfect?
Well, it's 4 cards without wasting a penny. Yeah, you're...
Alright, smart ass.
So, and I win initiative. I am winning all over this game.
What?
And I'm going to get an extra goal from my agenda, so, you know.
Right.
And from your Gates of the Moon.
Are you quite done?
Oh, I'm just loving this.
Well, I get 4 cards. Because I've got more knights than you. And for those that don't have the bin pack, which is most of the UK, the agenda lets me draw 1 extra card in the plot phase if I have more knights than you. But if you've got more knights than me, then I draw 1 less card in the plot phase, which would be sad.
That's the only incentive I can ever think of to run knights.
What?
To piss off the opponent's knight players.
Because you come across the Knights of the Realm agenda so very often.
Why do people want to play knights? They're so boring and generic. And oh, chivalry. Oh, renown. Yay, strength. Boring.
I mean, the fact that you've got Korea now already, are you not just playing like a Neil deck?
It's Bara Summer. That's what you think of when you play Bara Summer, right? Neil deck.
Great. Well, this will be fun. So we should probably point out that these decks were not made, well, they were built by ourselves, but they were not designed by ourselves.
Yeah, you're going to tell the people who built them.
You're going to tell the people who built them.
No, I'd rather you do it.
I mean, because, you know, I don't have the names on my phone and you've got them.
Oh, I see.
So we did have some people submitting some decks. We've got names for some of the decks, but I don't know if we've got them for all. Have you got one for the Bara deck?
I have no idea who submitted the Bara deck.
Ah, that's a shame.
All I know, it is from a South Korean player.
That'll do. And we do have the first of the South Korean card designs hitting the board. So this attachment then is called Knight's Honour. It is a 2-cost attachment. Knight character you control only, and attached character gains +1 strength and also gets renown. So that seems alright.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I think it's a fun way of turning on people like John Fossaway. So he's like constantly got that +1 strength and definitely going to have his renown. But you can obviously use it on other knights and things like that as well. If you
it on Green Apple Knight to give him renown.
Yeah.
That seems good.
That does seem good. I'm just trying to think if there are many knights with no attachments except weapon or stuff like that. So I can't think of any off the top of my head, but then I'm not very good at the keyword remembering
Well,
thing.
I'm not a nice player.
I could tell that by the way you were grumbling about it.
I think it's a fair card though. I mean, the obvious comparison for me is Longclaw. because that gives you +1 strength and gives you renown. But Longclaw is unique and this isn't.
Oh, yeah. I think pick up on that.
This might be slightly better, but this is limited to Knights, and Longclaw is Night's Watch only, and there aren't many, there aren't as many. Well, there actually might be more Knight characters than there are Night's Watch characters.
Do you think?
I don't know, actually. It does feel like there's 1,000,000,100 billion Knights.
I feel like that number doesn't quite exist.
Yeah, well, deal with it. Just like Knights, that shouldn't exist either.
Knights are fine.
So, John Fossaway is now 5 strength with a power icon and renown.
Yeah. Yeah. I put the noble lineage on him to give him the power icon.
I see.
And then I gave him the attachment because, Knight of Flowers has already got renown. Arbor Knight, probably going to be my claim soak. And I figured sticking it on Fossaway means at least he's always definitely going to have renown because he's always going to have that plus strength and renown.
Well, no.
And he's unique, so he might stick around a bit longer.
No. That's irrelevant. He will have renown. But if he loses the attachment, he won't have renown.
Yeah, I know, but he's less likely to die than my little chud muffins.
Oh, is he now?
Well, you'd hope so.
Is he, impervious to Valar Morghulis?
No, but he's, a character that's dupable.
It's Tyrell Doris on the art there.
He's what?
Tycho.
Oh, right. Isn't that the neutral character?
Yeah.
Oh, why is he on there then?
Because he supported Stannis. He was looking for Stannis before the Battle of Winterfell to give him support.
Oh, that's nice of him. Should we go through the actual card though? Go on, it's one of yours.
No.
You're the Bara player!
Oh, for God's sake. 0 cost event. The Support of the Iron Bank. It's a loyal card, Baratheon card, with a marshalling action. Kneel your faction card to reduce the cost of each Baratheon non-character card you marshal or play is fade by 1.
Seems alright.
Yeah. The inspiration obviously comes from Passing the Black Gate. Stark, which is a similar marshalling action, kneel the faction card to reduce the cost of, where in Stark's case it loads of characters. In Baratheon's case, it loads of non-characters.
Baratheon tend to have a lot of locations, so obviously this will help with their location base. But you can, if you're playing like a Red God deck, Red Dot, that's not a thing. Red God deck? That is a thing, right? Am I having blonde? Then you can they have lots of attachments. What am I thinking of? Lenore! I was thinking of Red God's Blessing. So I was like, a Red God deck.
You're weird.
Oh, I know. Just go with it. It'll be fine.
So I get to reduce a lot of my...
Oh, you're playing another one immediately. I'm really glad that you used that event to play out this free...
You're welcome.
Free location.
Again, I can see that the art is so much better not on Facebook than it is on the video. Now you've lifted the art.
I'll download it properly. You want to talk us through this one?
Sure. Smuggling vessel. Non-unique, 0 cost, non-loyal, action, kneel a smuggler character and smuggling vessel to choose and kneel a location.
It doesn't seem brilliant.
Nope.
Because you're having to lose 2 things, kind of.
Yeah, you're having to invest 2 cards to the board, and you're having to kneel them both. Just so you can kneel a location. If it's Harrenhal or something like that, the Lannister Harrenhal, then might be worth it.
Yeah, I think if you're kneeling something like a 4 cost location, if you're kneeling like Winterfell or Harrenhal or something big and important, or the Red Keep or something, then maybe. But at the same time, it's, I don't know. I think like maybe the warship trait is probably the most important thing of this, because you can use it in like the Greyjoy stag decks with the smugglers. And in those cases, you like having lots of warships, use them with Victarion and other interactions that you get in Greyjoy. But
I mean, the best thing about it in this deck, I can tell you right now, isn't going to be its action, it's the trait. The fact it's a warship means I can kneel it with Karain to kneel a character and one of your location. Now, the location thing is irrelevant at this point, but kneeling one of your characters seems good.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What else are you marshalling there?
Dormland Fiefdom for 1 gold, Red Keep for 2 gold.
And what's the other boat?
Oh, don't know.
Is it a Leseni?
Oh, Leseni Galley.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been free because that is generally 1 card. And the other important thing to note is Baratheon non-characters. You marshal or play. So play means events.
Right.
So it reduces all of your events by 1 that you play in the marshalling phase 2. And there are quite a few that you might want to play. Consolidation of Power.
Yeah.
That normally costs 1. You can play it for free. Public Execution normally costs 3. It can cost 2. Even-handed Justice you can play in the marshalling phase. Plenty of choices, really.
What's the event you played?
Stannis' Wrath.
And that Neil's a character without a power icon, right?
Correct. And it normally costs 1, but I played it for free.
And then when Saladar came into play, used his action to Neil the Honey Wine, and that gets you 2 gold back. So you could play out your Willy Smuggler.
Willy Smuggler.
You grabbed another gold because you'd forgotten about my Gates of the Moon originally, I think.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, because I got 1 gold from the King Gate, 1 gold for Summer, and then 6 gold for my plot, so yeah. So Karain and the smuggling vessel has now John Fossaway and your Gates of the Moon.
That's sad. Why would you want to kneel my Tricon with Renown and 5 strength? I don't understand.
I mean, just random, really.
Seems silly to me. So, yeah, that was a bit sad. I was like, yeah, going to beef up my John. But no, he's
well,
not
you can
doing
win a
anything.
power challenge.
Great.
Oh, no, you can't, sorry.
Are you pleased with yourself?
A little bit. Don't forget my little stealth boat down there that also gives me +1. Don't forget my little red keep, gives me +2. Yeah.
Well, you let me have my intrigue.
Oh no, my Willy Smuggler. I didn't really have anything good in hand, so otherwise I would have used the Willy Smuggler on the board to hide it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about their action. So we should probably also actually say about the cards themselves. There was too much happening to clarify. But these cards that are being shown in this video, they are not officially released by the design team that was working with the Conclave originally or anything like that. So these are just fan-made alternate cards, custom content, you might want to refer to it as. So just thought we'd have a go playing with some of them. We had a few people submitting decks that they'd come up with using the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 that was released by the South Korean Meta. And yeah, so these are just some games of some of those decks that were submitted. I think we did get a bit of a onslaught of decks submitted by Young Jino, didn't we?
Yep.
So he sort
All
of...
the South Korean Meta sending decks via Youngjin.
Yeah. So that's why we don't have the names for some of the people, because we just got like a a bit of a mass of decks at one point, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, we should also point out that although we have an anonymous South Korean player submitting the Bara Summer deck, we actually have Paul Gedders submitting the Tyrell Knights of the Realm deck, which I don't think we mentioned.
No, we hadn't. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, Paul for some reason really likes night decks. Now, don't hold that against him. He's a real nice guy, really. But yeah, he was very enthusiastic to get this. I think this was the first submission we had, and it was like seconds after we announced it or something.
I think Paul is always very enthusiastic and supports the community quite well, actually, in this enthusiasm with asking questions and, you know...
It's true.
Promoting discussions on different cards and things, so...
Paul is good. There's some validation for him.
There you go. Oh, he'll be so happy.
Yeah, all 26 viewers will know who Paul is now.
You used a very annoying boat against me, where if you win a power challenge, you get to like move a power from one of my cards to your faction card.
Well, let's get it right. I won the power challenge. I played support of the people
Yeah.
to go and find Fury. And because it is a reaction to when you win a power challenge, I could use Fury in the same action window.
Reaction
window. And yeah, steal a power.
Yeah, I was not impressed with that. I was really not impressed with that.
And then just to rub it in, I triggered the red keep and drew cards.
Yeah. So that was a really good round for you. It was like you just stole all the power, even my renown power, and then just got extra cards.
Yeah, I think it's the tempo from the marshalling phase. When I played the event, I got a jump in tempo with my locations in the event I played. So the tempo boost sort of pushed me ahead quick.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the boards, I've got 4 characters, you've got 5. And then if you look at the locations, I've got 2. You've got, 6 there?
Yes.
So it's like, you definitely got a tempo boost on me with regards to that.
I mean, PD would hurt.
It would.
Unless you give me a dupe location, then I know that you're probably not running it.
I mean, you already know what's in the decks anyway, because...
Just because I built it, don't mean I know what's in it. Having built, 10 decks, I can't remember what's in all of them.
Got a vague idea.
And to be fair, the Knights deck is the least interesting of all.
Hey, you were just being nice to Paul. Don't stop being mean.
God, why is Paul obsessed with Knights? He genuinely does my head in.
What's
wrong with him?
Yeah, this was one of the games where Richard's like, I'm not playing Knights. I was like, okay.
I'm not playing it.
I'll play the Knights deck then. Yeah, these weren't randomly allocated. It was basically whichever Richard didn't want to play the most, I got.
Pretty much.
They're like, thanks there, honey. Thanks.
Well, I mean, I'll play decks that I don't like, but I'm not going to stoop to Knights.
Why are you so down on Knights? I quite like the Knight stuff.
Because it's just bullshit. It's just play as many Knights as you can and then play the renown plot.
I mean, there's a lot of decks that are bullshit, to be fair.
Play the non-kneeling Knight and then play the renown plot. Just put as many Knights on the board so your non-kneeling Knight can be really strong and then play the renown plot.
No, because then if you do that, your opponent's just going to Valar you or...
Play the plot, which moves all the power to your faction card because all the renown on your Knights.
Wow, you really hate Knights.
Mega Brain. Galaxy Brain plays.
Oh dear. So
play a Knights agenda so you can draw loads of cards.
Are you quite done?
Sorry.
I'm enjoying like the little faces that you're pulling as you're coming out with this crap. Anything else you want to complain about? Or should we talk about the
Are you going to play some clever plays or are you going to play some more Knights?
No, I'm just going to play another Knight.
Oh look! Let's give Knights even more strength. All of the Knights.
So this card then is Vortimer Crane. 5-cost character with a military and power, 3 strength. He is not loyal. He's a knight and a lord, which is quite handy. And each knight character you control gets +1 strength. So that's nice. I feel like it's quite strong because it also applies to himself. So he's actually just 4 strength. I feel like maybe...
Yeah, but that means he basically a Bicon, military power, 5 cost, 4 strength, knight lord, no text. For himself. But
but like he's boosting all the other knights and he goes in a knight deck and boosting all of your knights by 1, I think is really strong.
Yeah, it is.
So I'd be kind of tempted to put his base strength at 2.
No?
Nah,
he's fine.
Because even like if his base strength is 2, it's going to be 3.
Think about it this way. The Wall and Winterfell give +1 strength to all Night's Watch and Dark characters respectively. However, they're a lot less vulnerable than Sir Vortimer Crane. Like, you can reset the shit out of him, get him off the board.
Yeah, I guess
so. You can murder him. I mean, you can't first know him. And
you can't
pretty good
first
against
know him.
Valar D.
You can't ward him. Yeah, Valar D at least is
but you
fine.
can milk him.
You could milk him, then would be
a lot easier than milking Winterfell. I think he's alright. I think he's balanced. I think he's nicely balanced, actually.
Okay. I'm not as sure, but...
Each knight character.
Yeah.
And he was non-loyal.
Yeah.
So, that's useful. Bara Rose have a knight's deck.
You're going to play a Bara Rose deck?
Oh, not.
A Bara Rose Knights deck?
I played Bara Rose at Worlds, but it certainly wasn't a knight deck.
Yeah, and how did you do?
I think if I'd have played a knight's deck, I wouldn't have done better.
Mostly because you'd be grumbling the whole day about playing a Knights deck.
I would have quit after 2 rounds. Cool, I've duped Corain Sathmantes.
So I gave you a Corain dupe with the exchange.
I already had another dupe in hand anyway.
But you already had another dupe anyway, yeah. I remember you saying at the time.
I'll just leave it in my hand for claim's sake.
Ugh.
Yeah, let's play the Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Even better,
Disgusting.
Safe from Valar, which you're probably not playing because it's a nice deck. And Paul's not. Paul doesn't run Valar a lot.
No, but as discussed in the previous game, didn't you say that we ran out of Valar Morghulis, because pretty much every one of the South Korean decks just had Valar Morghulis in it?
Oh yeah, I should probably say I have Valar Morghulis. Definitely.
I didn't know this before we played, so I'm just like, yeah, let's just play out the cards.
If you're from South Korea and you're watching this video, please comment on the video telling us where the love for Valar Morghulis stems from in the South Korean meta. Tell us what it is that really makes you love it and want to play it in every deck. I'm interested to hear.
I'm going to get like 20 South Koreans now being like, it's the best, you just get to kill everyone.
Well, if that's it, I can totally agree with that. Killing all the characters in play is fun. Having 2 gold is not. Having no claim is also not fun.
I think Valar Morghulis is a good plot to play. Like, do you not?
Really?
I think there's a lot of decks
it's really
that need it.
Tempo negative. Like, you can get caught by a lot of things. Even a high gold plot by your opponent will just overrun your Valar Morghulis.
I'm so sad. I was so excited to get my John Fossaway out, and it's just like, Corain.
Yeah, well,
Corain.
maybe you shouldn't play a knight's deck.
You gave me the deck!
Paul gave you the deck.
Paul gave you the deck, and then you gave it to me.
Well, I wasn't going to play it. I swear, Paul only gave us the knight deck just to wind me up.
I really hope that's the case, but I doubt that it is.
I bet Paul's listening to this.
And Paul's a very loyal viewer. He watches all our games.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he?
He normally watches them like on the day of.
I've always said Paul was a wonderful chap. I've never ever said a bad word against Paul.
You are so full of bullshit tonight. What have you been eating today? Oh, you had pizza at lunch. Leftover pizza.
It was cold. Cold pizza is good.
Yeah.
Bob got a Warhammer. He's intimidating.
Ugh. This game is not looking good for me. I need a reset.
I mean, I struggle to think how I could lose at this point.
I'm going to wipe your board.
Because I can't imagine you run Valar Morghulis, and even if you do, I have a duplicate for Robert and Corain.
Yeah, the dupe and Corain's really annoying.
Well, you gave me that, to be fair.
No.
But I expect Knights run Valar Dohaeris. So me putting Robert out is me saying, you're running Valar Dohaeris. Come and Valar Dohaeris me.
Thing is, I was kind of suspecting that that's what you were doing. So I was trying, I think I try and put it off for a bit. The Corain is the thing that's really annoying me at the moment, though. This is a big power challenge.
I have another non-summer plot in this deck, and it is Return to the Fields.
Do you?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the restricted card in the deck.
Okay.
Baratheon don't have many restricted cards. Return to the Field is the restricted card in the deck, and at this point I intend to allow my 5 cost and hires to restand, leaving those 3 chuds knelt so I can return them to the field and draw 3 cards and gain 3 gold. That is my plan.
Okay.
Basically.
That seems good. And then if I do reset you, I guess you've got the options there.
Wow.
I'm determined not to let you win this power challenge. Although, I've only got 1 power, so like it wouldn't have been that bad.
True.
Maybe I should just let you have it.
Yeah, but red keep draw.
Oh yeah, I think that's why I was going all out actually. Because my plot is Song of Summer as well, so they've got plus strength for that.
They do.
And they've got the plus strength from Crane Dude and the Growing Strong.
So yeah, that is what, they're 7 strength each.
Night of Flowers also has his reaction because I played an event.
9 strength, 16 strength. You win. Incredible. See, knights are annoying.
And then you get an unopposed military. Oh, do you get an unopposed military?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to know your unlikely champion with Robert Baratheon on the board.
I don't know. I'm not the best player. I might just kneel anyway. I know I didn't. Okay, that's good.
Maybe I should have stealthed your Knight of Flowers if I wanted to win the power challenge so bad, and then I could have intimidated him with Robert.
Yeah.
That would have been a better play.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was either let it go unopposed, in which case you'd get an extra power and you'd get 2 cards because of red keep. Plus you'd intimidate someone anyway. So the only benefit for me would be I'd have 1 character standing. So by defending the power, I figure at least I'm stopping you from drawing cards. I'm stopping you from gaining renown and taking a power for me.
It's basically, I fucked it up.
Well, no, it wasn't so much that. I mean,
because
now out my board.
If I stealth Knight of Flowers, then you can only oppose it and get a character intimidated still anyway.
Well, I wouldn't oppose it. I'd just let it go unopposed, so I had 1 character
exactly,
standing.
so I'd have more power and I'd get red key draw.
Yeah.
So, bad play by me. But I'm not the greatest player anyway, we know that. Look at you putting your character really out of the way because you know they're basically dead to you.
It's like, yeah, they're not standing again.
But you've got a plan.
Do I? What's my plan?
Valar Harris, I imagine.
Yeah, but you'd be expecting a Valar Harris.
I'm playing Return to the Fields anyway because I want cards.
Yeah.
And that beats Valar Harris.
I know.
So that's good. So I'm just going to play that.
Okay. Well, you play that, and
you're not going to Valar Harris.
I'm not going to Valar Harris.
Well, you shouldn't because of the chuds I have on the board. But you're very tempted to next turn, I'm sure.
I mean, if you now get rid of those 3 chuds and don't really play out another chud, you only get to choose. Well, you either get Saladar and what's his face, Corraine, or Rob.
I remember this game now. This is the game where I couldn't draw characters. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
Because I was hoping to draw loads of characters.
I think that was one of the reasons I tried harder to win that power challenge as well in the previous turn, because I think you'd already mentioned to me that you've not got any characters and I was trying to stop you from drawing more cards.
Oh, Superior Claim. Oh, Paul, what a surprise. Superior Claim.
Paul.
Superior Paul is back.
It's been a while since he submitted a deck with a Superior Claim in it.
I know, I started to feel like, he'd given up on his meme.
Yeah. I mean, we literally have an alt art version of Superior Claim, which is a picture of Paul, and it's called Superior Paul.
Regular viewers will know, because we put it up on the screen once in one of our videos.
Oh, did we?
We did.
I don't remember doing that. That must have been ages ago.
It was about 2 years ago.
Wow, I'm trying to think what game that would be in now.
I guess Paul's meme now is just bullshit nice decks with Superior Claim.
Do you think? I don't think he's got like a meme so much now.
Yeah, I do.
Apart from asking questions a lot.
You know what they say? Shit sticks, right? Throw enough of it and it sticks. That's the shit I'm throwing at Paul. Bullshit nice deck with Superior Claim, and that's sticking. Hi, Paul!
Why are you being mean to Paul?
Because he bloody nice deck on the channel. Why am I commentating on nice deck?
Stop complaining. We're here to show off the cards that have been...
Ah, yes, of course, the cards. Yes, the support of the Iron Bank and the smuggling vessel, which has been very useful, but not for its text.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really good. Another support for the Iron Bank, because, if I've got no characters in hand.
Oh yeah, you've got like loads and loads of cards, but didn't you only have like one character or something?
Yeah, and not only that, I realised after I played support of the Iron Bank that most of my cards are limited.
Oh!
I've got 4 limited cards, I think. I played a King's Gate for 3, a Stormland Fiefdom for 1. And then I look at my card and go, why are they all so limited? And
I remember that, actually.
And it's also non-Baratheon, so I can't even play like my King's Load or anything like that.
Oh!
Not that that mattered because I played a King's Gate, but...
Yeah. So you've played the event, basically, for no reason.
Well, I've had a reduction of 2.
And I think you really needed it with all that gold.
And now I've got an Iron Throne as well.
Yeah. It was totally intentional, wasn't it?
It literally is an Iron Throne. It's 8 gold. You must be cock-a-hoop.
What does that mean?
Ecstatic.
Oh.
You must be cock-a-hoop.
I've never heard that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you can play VD and get rid of 2 characters.
What, on my side or your side?
Obviously, both sides.
Or I could just play out more characters.
Wow. Savardis Egan.
Yeah, so this is a neutral character. 4 cost with a military icon and 4 strength. He is unique. He is a guard, House Arryn, and a knight. No attachments except weapon, and while he is standing, he is considered to be participating in each challenge in which you control another defending House Arryn character, of which I don't have any on the board, and I'd not seen any, and wasn't aware if this deck actually had another House Arryn character, because I couldn't think of any House Arryn characters. Are there any other House Arryn characters?
Yes.
What are they?
Don't know.
Great.
Oh, there must be one because you play it out next round.
Yeah, but I hadn't seen one up to this point.
So,
What do you think about this one then?
Egan. I think he's alright. I think he's got interesting text. I mean, he's not going to see playing a lot of decks. But he's a 4/4, 1 icon, which is maybe below the curve. Good traits, guard, knight, also House Arryn. No attachments except weapon, which means you can't milk him easy.
Yeah.
And while he's standing, he considered to be participating in each challenge in which you control another defending House Arryn character. That's really efficient if you're playing a defensive kind of deck. So I think you could see a Night's Watch with Arryn card possibly.
Yeah.
Which could use him. Could be, really good on defense. He'll defend in every challenge as long as you've got other House Arryn characters.
It would be nice to see some more House Arryn characters coming in, because I don't know if you remember, but there was I think it was a post on Reddit or something like that where someone made like a whole house of House Arryn, didn't they? Which was quite fun.
So I've just played a Stannis' Wrath there for free
yeah.
because I've already played the support of the Iron Bank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if it's my place to say this, but I know that South Korean meta have another 4 chapter packs to spoil.
Oh, right, okay.
And I'm fairly confident there are more House Arryn characters.
Okay, that would be good.
Like Robert Arryn, I think he's a character that's being thought of. So there is support for the Vardis Egan theme, even if there isn't that much right now.
And yeah, just to reiterate, obviously the cards that we're sort of looking at today are custom content. They are sort of fan-made. So, obviously feel free to go online and print them off if you want to have a play with them.
But don't you dare go on the internet and say, I don't know what cards are legal anymore. There's too much content on there. We're making it clear. I don't want to hear your bitching and whining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think... these ones aren't going to be popping up on the Thrones DB and stuff like that, as far as I know anyway. So, should make it clear if it's on Thrones DB or not, whether or not it's legal, I guess, right?
Right.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
You just net out most of my board.
Yeah, good.
Bullshit.
Bloody Knights.
We've only got 2 characters standing. This is very depressing.
That's for the best.
Is it though?
Yeah. I'm
And
feeling rather bombastic tonight, aren't I? I'm a little bit...
I know. Have you been drinking energy drinks or something?
I don't touch energy drinks. I have enough natural energy.
Not normally. You're normally the grumpy one that's sitting there all quiet. You're like, yeah.
I always have energy, but I fade during the day.
Okay.
Like in the morning, I'm like, yeah, morning, yes!
But it's the evening. It's like gone 6. It's like practically your bedtime.
Yeah.
That's more like you. And using Intimidate there on Crane.
Take that, Craney boy.
Yeah.
Can draw some cards with King Gates in and have 1 million limited in hand. Don't need it for the gold.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm able to do very much in this game.
You got a standing character. You can attack me.
Yeah.
Military me, take away a dupe.
No, I'll do a power.
Why?
Because then I can win the power and stop you from triggering Red Keep.
But I don't need Red Keep. Otherwise I wouldn't have left myself open to a power challenge. I mean, I do need the Red Keep because I don't have any little characters. I don't have any characters.
I think I was just trying to slow you down by this point.
That's fair. Very fair. Especially seeing as your plan is probably to play Valard or Heroes.
Yeah.
But you get to stand your little Vortimer dude.
Yeah. I mean, seeing as most of my board isn't going to be standing anyway, I'm really hoping Valardi means that you'll keep 2 characters and get rid of Rob.
Nope.
Bob.
Nope.
Bob.
Nope.
Get rid of Bob.
Not doing that.
Well, you should get rid of Bob.
Why?
You don't need him. It's fine.
Yes.
I mean, look, he's not very effective. Look at my board. I don't think this deck's got very many big characters in it. I'm really sorry, Paul. Richard made this matchup deliberately, I'm sure.
You know, Robert Baratheon, he's a good card, but he's even better against a deck which is skewed toward the mini curve.
Mm-hmm.
Or lower curve. He's just really, really strong. And same against decks that just have a high concentration of 6 cost characters, so against decks that might run the aloof and apart agenda.
Yeah.
I can imagine he's pretty good against those.
Yeah. Stuff like Greyjoy.
Greyjoy.
No.
Greyjoy hate Neil deck
Yeah.
because a lot of their standing effects are predicated on winning challenges like Maiden Bane.
Carl.
But now, at least now they've got Euron. He can restand because of silence, and Victorian because he has an action.
Yeah.
So better, not Seal of the Hand. What are you doing?
I am choosing my 10 gold's worth of characters to keep.
Interesting chooses. You get the noble lineage back and the knight's honour, so you can put it on the GAC if you want to.
Yeah, that gack that's kneeling.
For now. Ah, Robert says hi.
I was very sad when you kept Robert. I mean, I don't really know what I'm meant to do against Robert with this deck.
Milk him.
I don't think I run milk in this deck.
Oh, you fucked it.
Well, I didn't fuck it. I didn't build the deck.
Oh, you're saying Paul fucked it?
Yeah, I'll just go with that.
See? Paul, you've got a lot to answer for.
To be honest, I think the deck's absolutely fine. It's just an unfortunate matchup, which you designed.
What? I didn't. You told me you wanted to play these decks.
No, you're the one who put the decks together.
I said, I'll play this Lannister deck that someone submitted, a South Korean player, and you were like, no, we've just had a Lannister deck played, play the other one.
I didn't know what your deck was.
Doesn't change the fact that you selected it. Yeah. You brought this on yourself. How do you feel?
I want to go to bed.
Excellent. So I have so much gold and not many characters.
Yeah, did you manage to find any character? Oh, you still got that bloody Crane in hand, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake. Thinking at least I got rid of one of them. What's that dude?
Oh, God, this is Lynn Corbray. He's held Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, I found a House Aaron card. Maybe I should have saved the other dude.
So he's pretty good with Vardy's Negan. So I approve of Paul's decision to put him in the deck. And I think I make a mistake of actually kneeling him with Corain, forgetting that he'll just stand up.
Oh, yeah, he's the one that stands up when a power challenge is initiated against you, isn't he?
Yeah. So, again, pretty good with Vardis Egan on the board because it's likely that with the stealth, you can keep him standing to defend either the military and intrigue, which Vardis Egan will participate in. And then if someone does a power challenge against you after that, which is a silly choice, but if someone does that, he'll stand back up and you can also defend that as well.
Yeah, and I've put the Knight's Honour attachment back out on the board, put that on Corbray, because that'll give him +1 strength. And got the Renown as well. And also given him the Noble Lineage, so he's got a power icon too. I can't remember what that card was. It Stannis' Wrath that kneels him without a power icon.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm putting that out then.
Great. I think I might have had a Stannis' Wrath actually in hand, but no targets. But I've got characters. So...
Well, you didn't have your gold at that point, did you? Before I played out the Noble Lineage, so technically you've not collected it, right? But you've got characters. What are you moaning about? Look at your board.
Drew 'em.
That's lucky.
Well, you allowed me to play one out by getting rid of my other copy on the board.
Yeah, true.
And then the 2 characters are top decked I can play. See, what a silly decision this is. Corbray. Pillock. Such a pillock, Richard.
Such a pillock.
What pillock?
What a pillock. That's alright. You're a lovable pillock. So it's all good.
I don't think many will agree. But it doesn't matter.
Well, I don't care what they say about you. I think you're acceptable as a husband.
Thank you. That's a compliment coming from you.
Mm-hmm. So I've got 1 character standing. It's been a very depressing game. You're not letting me do anything.
You finished whining.
Sure. You finished whining about knights.
Yeah.
So I decided to go rah and just throw military.
Here's what I should do. Defend it. With Robert.
Yeah.
Take the Renown.
Oh, I think this might be the round where basically we don't play to the best options of the game because there's still a card that we wanted to show.
Okay.
So basically, you needed to have not defended that.
Why?
Because then you could have... I need you to do a military against me.
Oh.
So if you'd not defended that and just got rid of the Chud or something, then you could have used Robert to win the power challenge. But because now I need to do the military...
Oh yeah, now I'm reading Lynn Corbray. I'm like, shit, can't do a power challenge.
Yeah, you can't do and win a power challenge because you've got only the Chud to do the power challenge with. So yeah, so normally guys, basically Richard would do a power with Bob and just kind of win because he's got the boat and the Renown and an opposed and claim and all that bullshit and then Dom. But because we wanted to show off...
It wouldn't be unopposed because Lynn Corbray.
Oh yeah, that's a point. But either way...
Please continue.
Either way, Richard should do a power challenge here, but I've basically said to him, you have to do a military so I can show this other card. So yes, this isn't an optimal play. And Richard was annoyed because he was like, I'm going to look really stupid on the camera now.
Well, I look like I'm making stupid decisions against the Knights deck.
But I've explained it. So it's all good.
Oh yeah, and it works out really well for you as well.
Yeah, it does actually. So you win the military unopposed, so I get to draw a card from Leaks in the Feast. You gain a power for unopposed.
You're killing Sir Vorta McCrane and playing a South Korean designed card.
Yeah, So I think this was one of the cards that was in like the previous game that never got played or something.
Correct.
So which is why we needed to make sure it came out in this one. So it's not today. It's a 1-cost neutral event with an interrupt. When a unique character you control would be killed, place it in its owner's discard pile instead of placing it in its owner's dead pile. Then search the top 10 cards of your deck for a character with the same title and put it into play. Shuffle your deck.
Yep. I think this card definitely has value just to not put your character in the dead pile, just to keep it in the discard pile so you can play another copy out later.
Totally agree with that. So even if you don't find the character in the top 10, just that character not being dead is a lot better than the character being dead and then you having it, pop up later in your hand and not being able to play it.
Yeah.
So I do quite like this one. I think it's quite strong.
It's stronger still if you find another copy in the top 10, which I really like, actually. The fact that search is only the top 10 is not something stupid like search your deck for.
Yeah. I mean, I think most search, actions shouldn't be search your deck. I think most of them should be search your top 10.
I think you should only search your deck if you're overpaying.
Yeah.
Like Olena's Cunning from the core set. You have to win an intrigue or power thing by 5. Then your opponent names a card type and you have to search your deck for a card of not that type. You're paying 2 and you're winning by 5 just to get a card that your opponent can kind of control a little bit what you can and can't get.
Yeah. So
but you search your whole deck.
Yeah, so it makes it more of an effort to be able to search your deck.
I mean, it didn't see play, but...
And I found one!
God!
And he came into play. Good. So that was nice. So you're definitely not winning the power challenge now. Sorry for messing with your optional play. But yeah, so I think that's the last of the South Korean cards for this game.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Are you sure? I thought there were 4.
Well, I've played out...
Knight's Honour, Not Today, Vortimer Crane, Vardis Egan. That's 4.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And you've played out your event and your boat.
All right. Thanks for watching the game. If you want to support us on Patreon.
The games continue. We're going to play properly now that we've done the bit we need to do.
Look how happy you are.
I know, because you were moaning like a little girl.
Well, you told me to do it.
I know, but I'm really happy because I got my little trigger off and it worked, and I even found my dude.
You can't be happy if you had to contrive a situation with your opponent to make it happen, unless it's melee.
Oh, just let me have my moment. Oh, I was really excited here because you've done this little crappy power challenge, and I'm like, I'm going to win by 5 and play superior claim. And then I was like, and I get to trigger the honey wine. And then I read the honey wine. Oh yeah, you played that. And I'm like, but you just lost the power challenge, so you can't play it.
And I'm like, oh, bollocks. What a stupid card that is.
You've got 3 of them in hand.
I know.
And I was so excited about the honey wine. And then it was like, oh, it's on attack only. Fuck. But yeah, when you played that bloody privileged position, I was like, oh, you bastard, I've not been able to do anything all game. And then you were like, and then I was like, actually, you've lost the challenge. Yay!
Yeah, legit lost the challenge.
Yeah. And that meant you didn't get to do the red keep.
Damn.
So yeah, I was quite pleased with that round. Obviously, like...
We should have just not done the power challenge.
Mm.
But didn't you tell me to?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, why would I tell you to do the power challenge?
Why would I do a power challenge that I'm going to lose with Vortimer Crane on the board because he's 4 strength?
I think because you was annoyed because I've made you do a military. I think you were just cross with me. Oh yeah, and then you let my 2 5-costers stand and kept my Gak out.
Yeah, Gaks are fucking nasty.
Not as nasty as these dudes.
I think Gaks are nastier.
You think?
Yeah, what if you stuck an attachment on it? Then I'd regret everything.
You just kneel it with Corinne.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I can kneel your Corboy with Corinne.
And then you'll stand back up when you do a power.
Shit. Hey, wait, where's my boat now? Stand it up, Richard.
Such a loser. Can't believe you forgot to stand your boat. Oh, I should point out as well that the deck lists are at the end of this video. Probably should have said that a lot earlier. But yes, if you're interested in the deck lists, you can see them at the end. Where we'll have a brief discussion on how much Richard hates knights again, I guess.
What are you going to play now? What sort of plot are you thinking of playing?
Oh, I don't know.
20 for the king?
Well, it's like, I feel like I need to do something to try and push, like, to slow you down. So I think this is the deck that I've got win or die in. So I think I play that to try and...
You win or you die, huh?
Maybe. Or I might be getting muddled up with one of the... I've edited a couple of games recently. So I might be getting muddled. I feel like... Oh, no, I don't think I did play that. I don't think the deck runs it. I think I did the strength boosty one, maybe?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not that crappy strength boost. Oh, that is the worst plot.
But,
you know what? That's terrible. I hate that plot in Knight's deck. In normal Tyrell decks, it's acceptable. But in Knight's deck, when you've got 1,000 million Knights on the board and, like, 8 possible characters that you can boost by 2 in any given challenge, no. I'm sorry, no. And Gax on the board as well. I'm sorry. Stupid plot.
but, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm an absolute dork bag.
Do you forget that it doesn't work on Corbray or something?
I totally actually forget that it's Tyrell characters only, and despite the fact I've got Tyrell characters in hand, I don't marshal a load of Tyrell characters like I probably should.
You're such a doofus. Oh,
So
well, he looks like a Tyrell character.
I've got Knight of Flowers out, and then I've got a choice of like a Hedge Knight, or I think I've got like Knight of Summer. And I decided to put out a Hedge Knight.
Why?
Well, because I've also got 2 Growing Strongs in hand.
But you've got strength.
Shush! So I'm thinking, I've got 2 Growing Strongs. I can trick Richard and play these Growing Strongs and win. But forgetting that Growing Strong also only works on Tyrell characters.
Oh, you're a massive dork.
So I was thinking, I can boost everyone by 4. Maybe even 6.
3 characters only.
Yeah, but like, there's not really many people standing, right, after Crane triggers and stuff. So I was thinking, like, whatever's left standing, I can trigger my plot and Growing Strong, and they're going to be, like, really enormous strength, and it'll be great. And then, yeah. So, yeah, spoiler, I'm an idiot.
Pretty sure I'm thinking here, I could kneel out Lynn Corbray, however, because it's Tyrell characters under your plot, and you've only got 2 standing ones on the board, I'm going to kneel one of those out.
Yeah. So there's my Hedge Knight. Sitting on 2 gold so I can boost all of my Tyrell characters with the 2 Growing Strongs. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, Paul.
Sorry, Paul?
Yeah, I failed him. Although, to be fair, I don't think there was a lot I could have done this round.
Here's the Manus.
Ugh.
Yeah, now what are you going to do?
Cry.
Probably still win the power challenge because you've got 16 Growing Strong plus the plot.
16.
And you've been drawing 3 cards around with your bloody agenda.
I hope I have. I know I remembered at the beginning. I'm not convinced I remembered towards the end. So I'm thinking, maybe you'll just kneel out my Corbray again. And you know, out my Knight of Flowers, I think.
I'm not a complete dork. I
am.
I do have the intermittent good thought.
I know, but I was thinking, this Corbray dude is, higher strength. So surely you'll know him out. Totally forgetting the whole Tyrell thing.
Yeah.
Such a
So
numpty.
although your plot is stupidly OP, it's not that bad in this one scenario.
Yeah, it's fine basically if the person playing it is an idiot who doesn't read the card.
To be fair, Paul's the one who put loads of neutral characters in.
To be fair, he'd probably expect the person playing the deck to check that it's Tyrell only or not.
To be fair, if he got the sort of galaxy brain that builds night decks, Maybe he didn't think that.
No, I don't know.
You have no idea what's going on, do you?
No, I'm just... Look, here I am saying like, yeah, because I can do this. And you're like, no, Rebecca, you can't. It's Tyrell only.
You can still win a power challenge.
And then I'm like, shit, it's Tyrell only. I better check the grown strong. Shit!
How long have you been playing Game of Thrones? Almost 5 years next month.
Is it 5 years now?
Of course it came out 5 years next month.
Yeah, we started playing just before... Because we started playing first edition, didn't we? We bought all the first edition stuff, and then it was like, we read online, oh, it's ending, there's a second edition. We was like, oh, shit. That
True.
was depressing.
It was alright though. I enjoyed those days. Simpler times.
I remember really hating Shadows, and then when they brought Shadows back out again in the second edition,
Fuck
I was
this shit.
so upset. I was just like, why would they bring this back? I hate it.
The thing is though, Shadows in this edition is worse because you can just do as many as you want, any time you want. Whereas before, it had to be a reaction to the phase beginning. So that was, you kind of knew what you were getting. You forgot Honeywine, haha. Yeah,
I know, after all that, I was like, I'm going to do this, and then just forgot Honeywine.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
So Shadow is stupid now.
And Prized. I didn't like Prized. I found that annoying.
Prize is...
There was another one as well. There's like a death one.
Deathbound.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember now.
Deadly.
Deadly. Yeah.
I like Deadly. I like to kill all your stuff.
Yeah, I know you did. So, yeah, this is where basically you just go in and win, right?
Yeah. What are you trying to explain?
I don't know. I'm probably just talking about how much of an idiot I am.
Richard, what do I do?
Oh, I think I was trying to work out if I could stop you from winning this turn.
I've got to say, viewers, if you are slightly, not entertained by this game, but you've got it on anyway and you're listening to it, then
Thanks.
I would just say watch the next game. The next game is very entertaining. I kind of enjoyed the next game a lot because there were some interesting synergies in there with the new cards. And
I know what you're on about.
yeah, and I thought, okay. But then when you actually play it, you think, actually, this is really, really...
It's absolute bullshit. That's
absolute
what it is.
Because when it gets going, it's just like, well, wow. I can imagine it wouldn't be fun to play again.
Mm-hmm.
But it was funny for me to play it.
I was determined to win this military challenge. I was like, I'm going to win something. So I double grown strong.
And I have no goal for my 3 privileged positions. Great banter.
Yeah. But now you get the intrigue and opposed.
Can't even steal your goal because you ain't got any. Red wine straight. Bye-bye.
Yeah. And then you get the power, unopposed. Oh, no, not unopposed, sorry. The boat, even. And claim and renown.
Winner! Yes!
Winner, winner, chicken
I
dinner.
won!
Well done.
Even though you told me to sabotage it.
It has to happen occasionally.
Congratulations to Richard, you're a worthy winner. Wonderfully charismatic as well. Commiseration to Rebecca. Yeah. So, shall we have a look at the decks, Rebecca? Would you like that?
Yeah, sure.
Which deck would you like to look at first?
I don't know. Let's see which one pops up on the screen first, shall we?
I'm hoping it's the Knights deck so we can get it out of the way so I can be in a good mood to end the video with.
Oh. Okay.
So is it going to be the Knights deck?
Do you want me to put it on now?
Nah, we could just talk about anything randomly in the meantime. Let's talk about how Paul had the cheat to... Oh god, it's not even a Knights deck. So, we don't know who the South Korean player is who actually submitted this via Youngjin Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like what he was doing. It seemed quite heavily pirate based actually, despite the fact that I had Robert and Stannis, pirates and smugglers. So Willie Smuggler, Emery Florent, Davos, Salador, pirates, Corain and Dale Seaworth, all smugglers and captains and boat people. The only really non-bloke people were Robert and Dennis.
So you quite like the deck? I mean, it worked well enough.
Yeah, I didn't see any public execution. I was looking forward to that.
What does that one do again?
Kills a kneeling character in the marshalling phase. Chop! Add the gold for it.
God, I'm glad you didn't see that one.
Chop, chop!
Yeah, you didn't need to see that one. I think you had enough control without it. And so you only had 2 of the new cards in your deck, the Smuggling Vessel and the Support of the Iron Bank. Smuggling Vessel didn't really do very much in this game.
It did. It worked every round with Corain.
But it was good for Corain, yeah.
It's not really worth it for the text, I don't think.
I was going to say, like, if the thing that you're using it for is with Corain, then obviously it's not really... Like,
I mean, in a Corain deck, you might even play it if it was literally blank.
Exactly, and it pretty much was blank in that game. It didn't work for itself, if that makes sense. And Support the Iron Bank worked really well for you. The Tyrell deck then. So there was a few extra ones in here. So you had the Knight's Honour. You also had the Not Today.
That Not Today was a one-off.
Yeah.
Great.
I think I had it from really early on as well. And then there was just nothing that, I wanted to kill. I had the opportunity to kill off. And then it was just toward the end.
Look at this bullshit, right? 3 Ghost of High Heart, along with 3 Green Apple Knights. Absolute. And Vortimer Crane. How high a strength do you want your dude? Song of Summer? Get out of here. Horn Hill as well. No thanks. There's so many non-Tyrell characters in there, actually, that the plot might have been better being something else. Yeah,
possibly. And 3 Growing Strong as well. As you said, there's so many neutral characters.
But then you're definitely going to have a Tyrell character on the board, right?
Yeah, and normally they'd be standing, wouldn't they, Richard?
So, 3 Noble Lineage, though. I like that because there's a lot of Millint Bicons.
Yeah. So, thank you for...
You're welcome.
And to the South Korean Meta for submitting decks.
Oh, I thought you were going to thank me.
Shush, Richard. We've got another game that's been edited, so we'll get that commentated on as soon as we can.
It's a corker.
If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And we'll try and get that last game out as soon as possible.
Goodbye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye.